So hi friends, today we are going to talk about software testing. What type of software testings are being conducted, why it is required, what we do in software testing, what are the attributes of a software which we need to ensure through software testing or like that. So what is testing? If you really say this here, testing is where a software is checked, program is being checked, function is being checked, features are being checked, validated and evaluated to ensure that we achieve we ensure that following attributes or software are being achieved. So these are the attribute of a software, which is called reliability, scalability, portability, reusability, and usability through user interface features and all that, and compatibility also. So in a typical software development life cycle, we have phases like requirement, design, coding. Testing is one of the key activity where we have multiple phases, stages and all these things, where we verify the software at with respect to functionality and all other things. There are various types of software testing. Manual, automation. In manual we have white box testing, black box testing, then we have gray box testing. In black box we have functional and non-functional. So unit, integration, system, user acceptance testing. Non-functional we have compatibility testing, performance testing, usability testing, reusability, reliability testing. In compatibility we have backward compatibility and forward compatibility, where we check about the browser, database, operating system, mobile network, hardware and all this thing. In performance testing we have load and stress testing and like that. Okay. There are various phases which are part of software testing or a development life cycle. So we have requirement analysis, we have test plan creation, we have environmental setup, test case execution, defect logging, test cycle closure. And then again phases are requirement, test planning, environmental setup, execution, and then defect tracking. Tools are also being used called Jira, Mantis, Bugzilla, Rational, Confluence and all these things are also being used. Type of software testing that we have already seen, we have seen there is manual, there is automated, functional, non-functional, white box, black box and all these things are there. Functional we have unit, integration testing, system testing. Incremental testing and non-incremental testing are part of integration testing. And in incremental we have top-down approach and we have bottom-up approach. Performance testing, as we have seen in one of the other page, that it has load testing, it has stress testing. So here we are putting that load testing, stress testing, scalability testing, stability testing, all will come under part of performance testing. Non-functional testing, as I type of non-functional testing, we have performance testing, we have usability testing, we have compatibility testing and all these things. This we have already seen. We also call it levels of testing. So level 1, 2, 3, 4, just number we have given here, and from unit to integration to system to acceptance. Integration testing, as we have mentioned, your top down, your bottom up. Then we have module testing, we have software hardware testing, we have interface testing or like that. Then very important thing in system testing is it covers the entire system, software, hardware, integration and everything. And then here, in case of user acceptance testing, we have alpha testing and beta testing, where users also get involved. So in UAT we have two type of testing, alpha and beta. In a typical waterfall model, this is how various phases will look like, from the requirement collection to feasibility check to design. In design, high level design and detail level design. We have coding, where integrated development environment and tools are being used. Then we have testing, then we have installation, where environmental setup and everything is being done, and then we have the maintenance and support phase. This is another way of working or executing the various phases, like requirement design, coding, testing. Requirement design, so it will go through every stage, every iteration. Then there would be requirement, we have unit requirement, we have system requirement, we have business need. In design we have architectural design, we have module design, we have system design. In coding we divide into build 1, build 2, build 3, or like that. And then in testing, we conduct the testing, we do the risk management, we get the customer feedback, and we release the software. Okay. There is another example of spiral model, where requirement design, coding, testing, requirement design, coding, testing are being repeated every spiral, every phase. Then there is combination of spiral and prototype model, where prototype along with requirement design, coding, testing, prototyping is also being done. So after getting customer approval, customer review, prototype is being built, prototype is being tested, and design of prototype is being done. Then we go for full-fledged design, coding, testing, and all these things are being done. uh, this is a typical verification validation model, also called verification validation and prototyping model, where we are putting the phases like customer requirement specification, system requirement specification, design, development or prototyping, then review by the customer, getting the approval, then high level design, low level design or detail level design, which include data flow diagram, flow chart. Then we have coding, then we have white box testing or unit testing, functional testing, integration testing, system testing. Here also test, prototyping, and all these things are being done. And then finally we go for the acceptance testing. So you can see the relationship between various phases over here and here. So your RS is related to your acceptance testing, system requirement is related to system testing, then HLD is with integration testing, LLD, which is lower level design, is linked to the functional testing, coding is related to white box testing, unit testing, like that. This is the prototype model, where prototype is being created, prototype is being tested, then we get approval from the customer, then we go for design, when we go for coding, testing, and all these activities are being done. So in prototyping model, you can see prototype is being built here also, here also, then testing is being done, and all these activities are being conducted. Here the role of business analyst is very important, as you can see in the diagram. Again the VNV model, as we have seen, but this is different way of representing it in very comparatively, I would say, simpler way. So here you can see the verification, all these activities are there, which include reviews also. Here we are validating through testing, different type of testing, functional, integration, system, and all these things. We conduct review of your requirement, review of system requirement, customer requirement, HLD, high level design, LLD, lower level design. So testing, here it's a testing, here is verification under review. Again another representation of testing, where how the software is being built. So software build process it is showing. So here from the requirement to coding, various versions are being released. It goes to the build team, and there various control version tools are being used like SVN, CVS, Microsoft Team Foundation, Perforce. These are some of the configuration management or version management tool. And then compilation is being done in the IDE build tools, and we get the output, we get the various versions of build, and then it goes to test server where test environment is being set up, installation is being done, and then testing is conducted there. Here also different methodology of automation testing like GUI testing, code driven testing, test automation framework will be there. It shows different challenges which we face during automation testing. Then this diagram shows about white box testing, unit integration and system, where application code goes through white box testing, and then as a part of white box testing, the approach which we follow is we check for the statement, branches, path, and all these things are being done as a part of white box testing. And these are various types of white box testing. Some of these things we already seen. So under unit we execute the test, we check for the statement coverage, branch coverage, path coverage, and all these things are being done. Integration testing we have seen top down, bottom up approach, and hybrid approach like this. Is a part of white box testing are being shown as a part of your unit testing. This is another way of representing it. Then we have seen the functional and non-functional type of testing. Under white box we have integration, under black box we have integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing, regression testing. Non-functional we have seen in some of the other diagrams also. We have seen the performance testing, accessibility testing, penetration testing, security testing, and like that. And under white box we have seen unit testing, regression testing, and all these things are being conducted. Under black box testing, various types of like boundary value analysis, equivalent partitioning, and various methods are being used. So this was the high level view of testing, how testing is being done. I'll upload one more video with more details of software testing. This is what I'll do. Thank you so much. If you have liked the video, please click on the like button.